What's going on, guys? It is HyperCars 77 here, or Ekraj as my name is. But this is probably the first video you're gonna see me do with my face. But yeah, this is my new show, I guess, kind of. You can call it that. It's called That Car Show because I can't think of another name because I'm an idiot. But basically, I want to use this to talk about new cars, my experience with cars, what I do, and everything. So, like, to kick things off, this is episode 1. We're gonna talk about Geneva 2017, what has gone down, what new cars there are, what I like, what I don't like, and then obviously your opinions you can leave in the comments. What my favorite car companies are, as they are, and what car I'm currently in, obviously, which is my own car. Which is an Alfa Romeo GT. So I'm a big Alfa Romeo lover. That's my thing. And also, the last thing I want to talk about is why the Lamborghini Murcielago Sv is a legendary hypercar, and I would consider it a hypercar. I'm sure a lot of you would as well. So basically, to start this off, Geneva 2017, Geneva Motor Show, that was a killer show. I think so. I think it was really, really, really good. So, cars that came out that were a big surprise. Well, not really a surprise, but like a big, how to fucking put this? Cars that were really, really, really important to manufacturers, and that, especially the Mclaren 720S. Alright, let's start with that. The McLaren 720S. That is the stepping stone for the next generation of supercars. So, the 720S was a showstopper. That was the car, especially that MSO one. Oh, that MSO car was beautiful. That red, it was so good. The carbon and the red that blends in, it was really nice. So, the 720S was fantastic, 720 horsepower and all that, and I can't wait to see reviews of that coming out, and hopefully I get to see one soon. But that is a cool car. I think it's really good looking, actually, from my perspective. I know some people may not have liked the looks because of the aerodynamics at the front, with the headlights being completely open with the air passage or something that goes through it, but it's really, really cool. Second car is the Ferrari 812 Superfast. I didn't really like it. That was not the kind of car that I want to say Ferrari should be making, because really, Ferrari, the F12 before it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car, and that F12 is just like, wow, it's such a weird change for Ferrari to go from the F12 to the Superfast, in my opinion, because I feel like they Americanized the car way too much. It looks so much like an American car. And obviously, I know FCA, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, is owned, they're all together, Ferrari, Maserati, Chrysler, Fiat, all of them, they're together. But I don't know, I don't see the appeal of the 812 Superfast, and it's a stupid name, but that's the 812 Superfast. Now, Lamborghini Huracan Performante, that car is, that is an amazing car. Now, I know a lot of people would say, oh yeah, the lap times are, that people would say the lap time is fake, but even though the lap time is not fake, because I was lucky. I mean, the lap time's not fake. Alright, let's put it out there. It's not fake at all. It's a real lap time. Lamborghini actually went out and proved that this car is the fastest with the aerodynamics and all of that. And I believe that it is real, and it is real. That the reason is because I was invited. I'm like so freaking lucky to get invited, but I was invited by Lamborghini Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia to go and have a look at there was a private preview in January sometime of the Huracan Performante. So I went to go see the car. Obviously no photos or anything were allowed, but I got to see the car really early on, and boy, was it amazing. I mean, obviously all of you probably seen it now, so there's no problems with what it looks like or whatever, but it's just such a really, really cool car. Like, Lamborghini really pulled it off, and the aerodynamics on it, it's, as you know now, it's just fantastic with the way the wing works, and when you go around a corner and one side of the car the wing opens up on one side and it pushes one part of the car down to make cornering at a faster speed more possible, and it's just fantastic. And that's the point that I can believe the lap time because of the way they pulled it off. And I spoke to the production manager for the Huracan, and he was telling me everything that they've done with the car and all that. So it just seems like, Lambo really, really pulled this one off, and they are, here to bring the game. They're here to bring the game to the next level. That's literally what they are going to do. The game's going to go to the next level with their cars right now. I mean, the Aventador SV, even though it's a more expensive car, it is slower. But even though it's slow, it just shows where they came from the SV to the Performante, and it's fantastic. I love, love, love that car. And hopefully we'll get to see more of them around. But I think production will be limited to about 1,000 units. I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens with them. Like, you never know with Lamborghini. They do like nowadays to make more numbers. So that brings me on to what my favorite car companies are. So my favorite car companies are Lamborghini, Porsche, Alfa Romeo, and Pagani. So Pagani, I mean, the obvious one, we all know why we love it. And you would know why I love their cars. It's so, so, so amazing. I've seen quite a few Paganis over the years, and I've been lucky to see them, but I've not been lucky enough to get any rides or or sit in any of them. But I've seen many, and they are fantastic cars. So, so, so fantastic. Love them. And I mean, what Horatio is doing with the Roadster and the Zonda 760s and all those cars, it's just fantastic. Beautiful cars. So the next car company that I love is, of course, Lamborghini. Lamborghini has been a big part of my life growing up. So, from the age of like 5 or 6 or whatever, I would, go for rides in Murcielagos, the Galados, Murcielagos. And then when the Aventador came out, a lot of time spent with the Aventador. And of course the Huracan as well. And I've actually driven a Huracan. And the LP580-2, I've driven an LP580-2. And that is amazing. Such an amazing car. It's so easy to drive. Like, I compared it to an Audi R8 V10. Because, I mean, the Huracan and the R8 are very similar. And the R8 V10 is so similar to the Gallardo. So you're just comparing the two. But compared to the R8, the Huracan is so much easier to drive. The dual clutch is much, much smoother. It's very, very nice. It's just so easy to drive and just use it every day. I mean, even your rear visibility, the car I drove had the glass panel at the back, so it was pretty easy to see out of. Just obviously you've got 0 blind spots, but that's Lambo for you. It's fantastic car. Love it, love it, love it. And that's why I love Lamborghini so much, because it's been a huge part of my life growing up. So that's a major reason for it. Porsche, another car company that I love so much, Porsche is big to me because I just love all the cars they make right now. I've only really grown to love them in the last year or so, but I really love the cars they make now. They don't make a bad car. I mean, if you think about it, look at their range. There's not one car that I don't think is bad. 911R, 911, all the Carrera models, GT3, GT3 RS, all of them, they're fantastic. So, so, so good. So, the last car company that I love to bits is Alfa Romeo. Now, that is a company as well that's really close to me as a child and growing up and loving cars. So, my father used to have an array of Alfa Romeos and everything Alfa Romeo. So, obviously, it was right for me for my first car to get an Alfa Romeo as well. So I've got an Alfa Romeo GT, 3.2 liter Busso V6, what I'm sitting in right now, and it is a fantastic car. It's so much fun to drive, even though it's front wheel drive, and you would think it understeers and all that. I don't really push this car that much, but I mean, I can't exactly, because I'm still, I'm almost 17, and I've only got my beginner's learner's license or whatever you want to call it. And it's fun. It's really fun to drive. Of course, it's a 6-speed manual, 265 horsepower, something like that. I'm not too sure, but it's so much fun and I love it. I love it to bits. It's a great car. And yeah, it's an awesome car. But apart from like that, Alfa Romeo has just been huge. I've seen so many, driven of quite a lot, and it's a fantastic car. It's a car company. It's a fantastic. Yeah, I love it. Everything about it. And with all those car companies out of the way, the ones that I love, let's talk about the for me the ultimate hypercar, in my opinion, the car that I love the most, or you could say my favorite car, which is the Lamborghini Murcielago SV. So that car is my favorite car of all time, I'd say. That and the Carrera GT. Those are the top cars. So the Lamborghini Murcielago SV for me is another big part of my life because it was, of course, a car that I've seen so many of, even though I live in Malaysia and Australia, in Perth, Australia, and Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. But most of my car scene is in Malaysia, so there'll be more videos to come of that. But in Malaysia, the Murcielago SV, there's many there, and many replicas, so like just 640s with a kit on them, but many SVs as well. And I know there's only 186 SVs that were made, which is not a lot, and it's definitely rarer than a LaFerrari, definitely rarer than a P1, a lot rarer than a 918. So as it is, I can already it's the appeal to me is way greater because it's so rare and it's hard to see them. And I've been lucky enough to see, I think, maybe 5 or 6, maybe more than that, of SVs, and they are fantastic. I've been in one SV, if I'm not mistaken, or it might have been a 640 with a kit. Not too sure, but I've been in many Murcielagos, and I love the car. And the SV is just the tip of the iceberg. It's such a fantastic car. Really, it's fantastic. And that scream of the V12, 6.5 liters, 670 horsepower, everything about the Murcielago just, yeah, I can't fault the car really. But that's why I love the Murcielago SV. It's such a odd car in a way because you don't see many of them anymore, and it's something about it. I kind of feel like it's underappreciated because, I mean, they're still like going for insane amounts, but you just don't hear them talked about much. And I want to try and bring, with this channel, I want to try and bring out more of the unsung heroes of the car world. So cars like your Widowmaker, the 996 GT2. Now, I've got a lot of experience with the GT2. I've seen many, been in many. It's a fantastic car, and everybody knows it as the Widowmaker, as a car that is dangerous to drive and all of that. And even the Murcielago is the same. It's the kind of car that wants to kill you when you drive it, and that's the fear factor that gives loads of appeal to a lot of people who want to buy the cars. And there's definitely more to come in the future on the GT2s, especially this particular 996 GT2. But we'll leave that for the future. But for now, I mean, I suppose it's time to probably call that an episode and call it a day for this. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, any queries, whatever, about me, the cars I talked about, anything, leave it in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer. But apart from that, peace out. Love cars. See you soon.